So the family bailed. Then chores ate what was left of my morning. And I've got about as much energy as a flat AA battery. But I still have a taste for some adventure and a little danger. So I'm going to True Outdoors, the gear store that reconstitutes my dreams and severely threatens my wallet. Durable dads, brothers from other mothers, and sisters from different misters, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back, and if you happen to be new here and this is your first video, happy to have you aboard. And I think that you're going to find a bunch of things here that you're going to love. Feel free to check out my back library. Anyways, that's enough pimping myself. Let's get to the meat of this thing. Okay, in my ever expanding quest to reassemble my kit and get the basics of outdoor living back together and back up to speed, a little bit of a new passion has emerged. And what is this passion? Well, it's exposing the places that could possibly lead any good outdoor loving solid dad down the path to ruin. Okay? Last time I went out to a gear store, I went to a gear store that happens to really cater to the basics and has a wide array. And let me tell you, there was a lot of horrors in that store that could have led me to spending way too much and regretting it. Okay? And it has become apparent to me that there is another store that's locally owned that happens to present even a greater danger to any dad. What is this store? Well, I'm heading to True Outdoors, and this place is even a higher threat level simply because it caters to hikers. Yep, fit that. Campers. Yep, fit that. Paddlers. Ooh, fit that too. Cross-country skiers. Yeah, I've never been much into the spandex crowd. And to rock climbers. Again, the idea of hanging off a cliff face is just something akin to terror for this guy, but 3 out of 5 ain't bad. What's worse is this store happens to have the higher end. We're not talking the basics of your kit. You're talking about the drooly stuff that you would probably really, really want. Okay, and I have a wish list. A longer paddle, that can be had. And better racks. I've talked about this before for putting onto the Forerunner for ease of mount and dismount of the kayaks. This place is gonna have it. Now, I haven't really been in there to truly scope it out, so I'm gonna throw myself on the grenade, take one for the team, and I'm gonna go to this shop of horrors and throw myself into the jaws of the lion, only for you to expose what kind of high-end temptations that could possibly lead you to the road of ruin. You're welcome. Wish me luck. Okay, so we're here. We're out front, and the conversation with my wallet and my credit card has been had. I think we're good. Now, you may ask yourself, Mike, why do you do such things and go into such dangerous places? Well, anybody who has a passion and is any kind of outdoors gearhead and has a passion that happens to involve his family understands that it's almost a compulsion. It's 50% love and 50% machismo. Okay, as soon as you walk in, Go straight to the goodies. They know how to do a display. Okay, these look like inflatable camping mats. Pretty awesome. I'm curious as to where the price tags are. That's huge. Bike packs, very cool. Danger to the left of me, danger to the right. Oh, snowshoes. Okay, this is something that I'm definitely going to be getting into this winter. Pretty excited. Let's look at the prices. Ooh. Those look pretty wild though. Okay, also 300 bucks. Ski poles. Oh yeah, backcountry skiers too. So there's the boots. And the backpacks. Well, you know that I've truly found Mecca when. Okay, so here's a Kelly Kettle. And that's my buddy Jeremy that runs Fireworks. Has mentioned the Kelly Kettle being a very cool kind of system for boiling all kinds of things. There's BioLite pellets. Oh, that's handy. I love me the BioLite. And here is a Kelly Kettle, all naked and unboxed. Dare I ask the price? Okay, I also see that they have water purification tablets and the cartridges for life straws, but I don't see life straws. They don't carry those. But remind me, that's something I need to get, is a life straw. Okay, a shirt. Maybe a shirt. Shirts are okay, right? That won't break the budget, will it? Okay, so lightweight, plaid, sports, or hiking shirts, or outdoor shirts. I mean, why not, right? Oh, not today, Satan, not today. So clearly, I have found the right place. Now this is all amazing, but you know what? I don't want to do something that leads me to having ramen-and-hot-dog-water until Christmas. Okay, we've reached the place and the stands that pique my particular interest as of today. Okay, lightweight, really long paddles, because I wanted something, and the paddle I have doesn't necessarily float so well, and it's also still a little bit too short for my particular taste. Now this is a wish list, hopes and dreams item, and not something that's currently, because I have other priorities, camp stove, you name it, but it's good to drool. Yep, that's drool, only drool. Rod holders for off the side of the canoe, brilliant. I know a few people, including myself, that would absolutely love that. Oh yeah, we're there. Okay, right beside the rod holders, and basically right beside the paddles, in this about 10 square feet is all the things that I'm looking for. And this is the big temptation item here. I've been complaining vociferously over several videos about the carrying system I have for the kayaks. Lou's a tall girl, my forerunner's jacked up. So the J-clip system hasn't been awesome. And this is something I've always thought, the V system, They call this the Malone SeaWing. Looks like it's a heck of a lot easier than J-clips. You could just lay it flat, and might be easier to just come and load them up from the bottom and unload them and slide them right off the end of the vehicle. Now, the really hard part here is, hold on a second. That. They are on sale from $250 to $199. And this is something I dearly love. Okay, this might break me. This may or may not happen. Let's find out. Priorities. Now I know there's a huge contingent of paddlers out there that are canoe junkies. I know more than one. And these are some absolute beauties. I can appreciate a good canoe trip. I truly can. Okay, and right next is the kayaks, the higher end ones. Now, I have no complaints about mine. However, you know, guy always can dream. It's like having a Ford Escort versus a GT, a different thing. Now, I noticed that the prices aren't on these, which is probably a good thing. Okay, I know. I have the camp stove to get and a few other things, some basics, some cutlery. So I shouldn't even be in here because I'm nowhere near this level of evolution. However, I'm dreaming big, and I'm also doing the smart thing. I really want that Malone carrier, and I'm really deciding whether that's a purchase that's going to pay itself off this year and in the future. But I'm also very prepared to tell myself no. So I'm doing something. I'm standing right here by the dry bags. Now, these are dry bags for the kayak, so I can pack my gear and not have to worry about it, like my keys and the fob and stuff like that. So that is something that I may buy if I'm in need of consoling if I tell myself no. Because I'm, I guess, a little bit sheltered and not in that world, or at least in the high end or really hardcore. There's a lot of brands in here that I don't recognize. However, there is one, because I'm from BC, you can't help but not know about that one. Arc'teryx. Ah yes, because pretty much everybody in Vancouver is wearing Arc'teryx. And if you've been to Vancouver, you know you're going to see that on any granola eating hippie that you meet. Okay, some final notes before I get out of here with my sanity and my wallet intact and not having to take out a second mortgage, because that's totally possible here. Great store. I feel like a little bit of a poser here, but soon. But you never know. Sponsorships can happen. Anyways, great store. Local. It is the road to hell. It is a tempter for sure. And they know their audience. Since I got in here and been walking around, the music playing has been straight out of the 90s. Yeah, they know their audience. They know who shops here. Anyways, final stretch. Let's get out of here before I go and get that sweet, sweet Malone rack. Okay, I feel drawn, compelled back into this area. You know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. Going into debt. That's where I'm going. Am I gonna do this? No. Bad mic. Camp stove first. This is a reward for good behavior. Okay, kids, there you have it. Mission successful, danger and crisis averted. Now, today's mission wasn't actually to purchase an item. It was more for just the thrills, the kicks and giggles of just skirting danger, right? And proving to yourself that you can keep your wallet attached and you can be fiscally responsible. The plot twist to today is that I didn't actually leave with anything at all. Those V-racks are definitely, those were tempting, and they're definitely on the radar. And I will go a little bit later and still see if they're there. They're discounted, and maybe a little bit closer to the end of the season they may get discounted again. We'll see. But right now I have the priorities. My priority straight, and that's the basic camping gear. And that is not the store you go for basic camping gear. The stuff I saw in there was all really good quality and super high end. So, and right now that doesn't necessarily fit my budget because I need the basic building blocks. Anyways, it was a thrill. It's a super nice store. It's locally owned and operated, which is something that I can appreciate, and I will try and support local when I can. However, the prices are a little bit high, but I still loved it. Saw a bunch of stuff that I'd love to have, especially the paddles and the kayak racks, and a few do's and don'ts. A reminder that a life straw, I did mention that earlier, is definitely something that I should have. That should go in the Dead Venture kit just in case you don't have the ability to, access to fresh water or to boil it. A life straw is kind of a necessity. That will probably be showing up in the future at some kind of box store where I know I'll find it. That'll be a danger thing, but I'll go in prepared and only buy the one thing. Anyways, I really appreciate your time to visit, to have tuned in today. Again, I didn't get any gear, but I absolutely promise to keep the gear dirty and the coffee warm. So go ahead and smash that like button like this, or the subscribe one. Leave a comment. Tell me your favorite danger zone store, especially for gear. And if it's local, I will definitely be more than happy to check it out. Anyways, love to have you with us. Thanks for enjoying the video with me today. I win. I made no purchases and I feel awfully good about it. And I was able to go into the den of evil and come back, intact. I took one for the team. Okay, peace out, Scout.